Oh, that was so lame. Am I recording? Oh, I should probably turn the TV off, right? Yeah, should probably do that. Okay. We suck. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am doing a drunk Q&A. Am I drunk yet? No. But am I going to get there? Hopefully. I have some wine. I have some special guests I want you guys to meet. These little twerps think that they could just be in like every single one of my videos, barking, being crazy, interrupting me. So I figured, why not just invite them to be a part of the video? So without further ado, let me introduce to you my 4 dogs. So this is Kenzie. She is 6 years old. Her birthday is January 3rd. She's a little angel. She is the only girl of the family. I have 1 girl and 3 boys. How would I describe her? She's definitely the most antisocial. She kind of just does her own thing. She's a little bit of a diva, doesn't like to listen to me, but she's a sweetheart. This is Calvin. He is such a mama's boy. I feel like out of all of them, I have the deepest bond to him. I know that they say that there's no favorites, and I'm not saying that there is, guys. I'm just saying that I feel like I definitely have a special little bond with this one. Excuse me, what was that? You good? Calvin will be 3 years old on March 16th. Now, here's the interesting part. Calvin and Kenzie decided to get a little freaky, and this is little Jasper. He was born on March 22nd and he is going to be 2 years old. He's the tiniest of them all. He's such a sweetheart. I feel like I definitely also have a little bit of a special bond to him too, because when Kenzie was giving birth and they were all being born, he was the first one that I saw being born. He was second born, and I was freaking out. I was so scared and I was so nervous that something was going to go wrong, but I just always felt super connected to him. So when she had the puppies, I knew that I wanted to keep him. And lastly, oh, this is Junior. He is a tank. He is the biggest of all of them, and he is the youngest of all of them. Junior and I have definitely a love-hate relationship, and when I say love-hate, I mean I love him and he sometimes hates me. He definitely has a little bit of an attitude problem. He's definitely a sweetheart, but when you go into his space, like if he's sleeping and you try to mess with him when he's sleeping, he will growl at you and try to he will let you know that he's angry, okay? Now, a little bit of a funny story. We did not plan for them to have babies. It was definitely an accident. When I mean it was an accident, I mean it was just like, to be completely honest, just a little bit of like negligence on my part. I didn't get Kenzie fixed when I should have. Calvin got older. He wasn't older by any means when he got her pregnant. He was definitely still very, very, very young. Way younger than I thought that a boy could get a girl pregnant. When she was pregnant, I was like terrified that something or anything could go wrong, because she was like my baby and I felt super irresponsible. So it was a very scary experience, but thank God she had 4 beautiful, healthy puppies. One of them actually went to a really good friend of ours, and she is a bartender at the club that I used to work at, and then the other one went to a lady that works in HR at the club that I used to work at. So they definitely went to great homes. We didn't sell them. We didn't make a profit off of them. We actually lost money on the situation because of like vet bills and food and toys and all that, but I wanted to be truthful and honest. That is how we ended up with 4 dogs. So with all of that out of the way, we are doing a Q&A, and I am gonna be drinking some wine. You knew it was coming. It was bound to happen. Thought this could be like a good video to reintroduce my friend. The wine is starting to kick in and we need to get this party going. What is your sign, and do you feel like you resonate with it? Well, first of all, I feel like I resonate with my sign. In my last video, I said that something that Mikey said really resonated with me, and someone was like, girl, resonate isn't a word. And I was like, I think you're right. I have this thing where I really love to make up words and my own sayings. You'll definitely see that probably throughout my time on YouTube, so stick around, okay? I'm an Aquarius and I do feel like I resonate with my sign. I don't know too much about astrology. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm like a big believer in it all, but whenever people meet me, they ask me what my sign is, and then before I can even answer the question, they guess that I'm an Aquarius. And if you're wondering, my birthday is February 18th, 1991, which makes me 28 years old. I'm about to be 29. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but I do this every year. I don't know, am I the only one? Like right before my birthday, I get really kind of freaked out. I wish it wasn't like that, but it is what it is. Let me know if you're like that too. Did you go to college? If so, how'd you survive? So I actually did not go to college, and it's not that I regret not going to college, because now that I think of it, in the field of work that I love so much, which is makeup, I don't know if college would have been the most beneficial thing for me. It's a tough question for me because I do think that schooling is so important, and I'm not trying to send that message. I do think that you should stay in school, you know, maybe you won't be 28 years old starting a YouTube channel. But if that's a path that you so choose to take, then do it. Do whatever makes you happy. And I have faith in you that you will figure it out. I feel like this wine is kicking in. Oh my God, I'm getting the hiccups. Frick. What is your favorite type of wine? Riesling, 100%. I love Riesling. I love white wine. I'm not really big of a red wine fan, and I definitely like rarely ever drink rosé, but I love Riesling. I like Sauvignon Blanc. I like Pinot Grigio. I don't really like Chardonnay. Riesling, okay, is my answer. My answer is Riesling. Like, it's not too sweet, but it's not too dry. It's like the perfect happy medium, and it's my favorite. I want to know how you knew the guy you're with now was the one. I definitely did not know he was the one. When I made that comment in my video about seeing him for the first time and saying like, oh my God, I'm gonna marry him one day, that was definitely a comment that I made that was like out of lust, like out of just thinking that he was like hot. I was just like physically attracted to him. I was like going up to my friend Candace and literally calling him my husband before we had even spoken like complete sentences to each other. I definitely didn't know that he was the one when I saw him. Like I said, it was just like a silly comment that I had made. It just ended up being that, you know, we ended up dating and then it ended up working out. But to be completely honest, we have not had a perfect relationship by any means, and I would never want to portray that or make it seem like everything has been perfect. We've worked really hard at our relationship. Living in Las Vegas and maintaining a healthy relationship isn't the easiest thing to do in the world, and I'm just being completely honest and candid about that. At the end of the day, I don't have a perfect relationship, and I don't ever want to pretend that I do. You know, him and I go through just as much shit as everybody else, but I feel like he definitely has grounded me the most out of like anyone that I've ever been with. All I know is that right now, I'm very happy, we are very happy, and that's all I have to say. God, that was like the most ridiculous answer. I'm not good at this, and I'm definitely tipsy now. Would you rather bite a wooden stick or lick a crusty elbow? Oh my God, ugh. For those of you that know why this question is being asked, I just have to say to you, like, you know, you're a real one, because I feel like a lot of people are like thinking to themselves, why is she asking that question? But anyway, I would definitely rather bite a wooden stick than like a crusty elbow, because ew. Some people's elbows are so crusty. Let me check my elbows before I'm out here talking shit. I feel like I try to not have crusty elbows, but I don't know. You tell me. The crust of my elbows. Judge it on a scale of 1 to 10. What is the most recent shady thing you've done to a close friend? And if your special guest is Mikey, what was the last lie you told to her? All in good fun, I hope. I don't do shady things to my friends. I have a very small group of friends. When I say friends, I mean like people that I choose to spend my free time with. That circle is very small, and it's very small for a reason, and it's because like I truly, you know, love and adore those people, and I would never do anything shady to them. But I have lied to Mikey before, and it was actually a couple of days before her birthday. I told her that I could not go to her birthday, and I knew that that would have upset her, but I had every intention in the world of actually going to her birthday, but I had to tell like a little bit of a white lie to be able to surprise her. So I sacrificed my morals and lied to her and told her that I wouldn't be there, but then I ended up showing up to her birthday dinner and I surprised her. So it was all for the greater good, you know? I feel like if I'm going to lie, if I'm going to be shady in any way, it's always to like surprise someone. It's never to be a shady ass bitch. Just so you know. If money were no object, where would be your dream place to live and why? My dream place to live would definitely be like on a lake somewhere. I don't really know the state or the location, but I just know that I would love to live on a lake someday. My favorite childhood memories were spent at a lake, so just very nostalgic to me, and I would hope one day that I would be able to either live on a lake or maybe have like a lake house. I know that sounds really bougie, but I wouldn't even need a very extravagant lake house. I would just need a little piece of land by a lake where I could camp out, have fun. I just love lakes. How tall are you? Obviously can't tell through videos, but I always wondered.
How tall are you? 5'6"?
I'm 5'7".
7.
And I will get up to 5'6".
What?
But
You'll get up to 5'6"?
yeah, if I'm wearing a 5-inch heel.
Yeah, that makes sense. That math checks out.
Do you want to have kids one day? Yes, I definitely want to have kids one day. I want to at least have 2 kids. I am one of 5, so I definitely want to have a bigger family. But I know how expensive kids are. I know that they're a lot of work. God willing, I will be able to hopefully have a little bit of a bigger family one day, but you know, who knows? By the time I will be ready to actually have kids, I'll be older, so who knows if I can even have kids at that point, but I do want kids, but I'm not going to have kids for the sake of having kids. I want to have kids like when I'm ready. Until then, I'm completely fine with all of these little nuggets that I call my children. I'm getting low. This is not a good idea. How do you and your boyfriend manage you living in LA part-time and Vegas part-time? So I don't think that we manage it at all. I think that it's just like, it is what it is, and we kind of just deal with it. Thus far, we've had like such a good trusting relationship, and I feel like because we trust each other so much, we're able to make it work. But I will say that I feel like because we were dating for a couple years before I threw this upon him, I think that's the only reason why it's worked. If it was like a newer thing and I was like, hey, just so you know, like I'm gonna be in LA half the week and I'm gonna be here half the week and probably not gonna see each other a lot, he would have probably been like, oh, I don't really know if this is what I want to do. But because we had already been together, we had already loved each other, we had already built a relationship of trust and all that, that's what makes it okay that I'm like not really either here nor there all of the time. What is your most embarrassing drunk story? Well, I do have a story for you guys. I feel like I'm not the kind of person that gets embarrassed about really anything. You know, I've literally told you guys I've like peed my pants and shit myself, so obviously not much embarrasses me. And you would probably think that I would tell the story of like when I shit myself, like that would be the most embarrassing thing, right? But I feel like that's just like not the most embarrassing thing. At the end of the day, we've probably all shit ourselves at one point, am I right? You guys probably did it at like 24 months. I just so happened to do it at 24 years. Let me try to paint a picture for you, okay? So I started dating somebody, and it was very new. We didn't really know each other that much. We just started talking, getting to know each other. This is not Trevor, this is somebody else. But I saved this because I wanted to remember it. I wanted to never forget what I had said. And mind you, I have not dated many people. I know I talked about like an ex and my boyfriend currently, and now I'm talking about someone else I dated. I could probably count on one hand how many people I've actually dated. I was not only drinking, but I was also sleep texting. I don't know what happened, I just remember waking up. I was so embarrassed. It was to the point where I was like, please do not wake up. Okay, I don't mean like please do not wake up ever. That was kind of dark. I meant like please do not wake up and look at your cell phone. Let me read to you what I texted this guy. So he says to me, good night. My response to his good night, 3 crying faces. How absolutely rude of me. I am sleepy though, and you're rude. Rude salad, because you're already making threats. And wow, it's real more leave initiative a while. While she technically could have been a farm walk. And then I go on to correct myself as if it needed correction. More than I'll leave. Asterisks. Yeah. I wanted to die. What is your most favorite memory with Mikey? Oh my god, I have so many memories with Mikey. We would just go on these random adventures all the time. Because I remember one time when planking was really popular. People were just going all around planking everywhere. We saw that like Batmaning was really popular, and basically Batmaning is like hanging yourself from something by your feet. And so we kind of like went all over Philadelphia and went Batmaning. I wish I spent more time in LA because I feel like we could have like so many more memories, but I just have to pay the bills, and the nightclub that I work in Las Vegas pays the bills. So I kind of have to come here for work right now. I hope one day that I don't have to do that anymore, but I mean, I'm okay with it. Another question that I got was, what's your schedule like? Are you in LA a few days and Vegas a few? What's it like driving back and forth all the time? So I know I didn't get too much into it in the video I posted about moving to Vegas, but I do work in Las Vegas. I work at a nightclub. I am a cocktail server there. I do bottle service. I don't really care about sharing where I work with you guys because honestly, like, who cares? Please, if you ever go to Excess at the Wynn and Encore in Las Vegas, come find me, say hello. I would love to meet you. But yeah, I work a few nights in Las Vegas. So I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Excess. And then I usually try to stay back on Mondays because my boyfriend and I, it's our only night off together. So I try to stay back on Mondays, hang out with him. I try to get some stuff done. I catch up on laundry. I have to pack for the night. I try to drive down on Monday nights to LA. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, but whenever I can, I do pack my stuff and hop in a car and drive to LA because I feel like driving there is very therapeutic for me. I feel like I get very inspired when I'm in LA. I love hanging out with Mikey. I love spending time with her. So speaking of going back and forth, I did actually just commit to 1 more year in LA. I don't know how much more time I want to spend there just because I really kind of want to like settle down in one place. It's so expensive in LA and I don't know if I can really like afford to settle down there. But I did commit to 1 more year going back and forth, and then after that I will decide what I want to do. But I do have 1 more year of living with Mikey, at least 1 more year. I just switched the battery on my camera so things look a little bit different, and that's why. My boyfriend actually just called me and I missed his call. Let's call him back. I am drunk. Hopefully he gets me some food.
What's up, babe?
Hey. Sorry, I missed your call. My phone's on silent. You're on camera.
What?
You're on camera.
I'm on camera?
Yeah, I'm filming.
Alrighty, I'll see you back in the house.
Wait, can you give me McDonald's?
Yeah. Just text me what you want.
Just give me a cheeseburger, extra pickles, fries, Sprite.
Alright.
Maybe like a 10-piece buffalo sauce. Nothing crazy.
Alright, love you.
Alright, love you. Katy, I'm under the impression crazy weird stuff is always happening in Vegas. Is this true? Or did you get used to it since you live there? I actually love this question because living in Vegas is definitely crazy. There's really nothing normal about it. I want to give living in Vegas its own moment. I definitely want to give being a cocktail server in Vegas its own moment. And speaking of that, I want to film a video about being a cocktail server. Hey. Guys, relax. Oh, you're tough, huh? No, you're not. So relax. Someone just came home and they're not happy. In the comments below, I would love to hear your assumptions about my job. So the good, the bad, the ugly, I want to hear it all. What do you assume goes along with being a cocktail server in Las Vegas? And I want to address all of that in its own separate video. I definitely want to integrate living here more on my channel. So let me know how you feel about that. But crazy things have definitely happened to me while living here. I just want to give it its own moment. Wine or Mikey? Who is the rudest YouTuber you've ever met / nicest? I don't think I've really met anyone that's been rude to me. I've been to a lot of events and everyone's always super nice. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but no one's scared of you. Come on, Junie. I can't really spill any tea, guys. No one's really ever been rude to me, but I will say that the nicest YouTubers that I have met, 1000% has to be Patrick Star. Relax, relax, chill out. No. I don't like it. I don't like your attitude, okay? Every single time I met him, he has been nothing but an angel to me. I remember going to the Urban Decay Halloween party years ago and I felt so uncomfortable and I felt this big. Let me tell you, I was in a room with huge influencers and I felt about 2 feet tall. I will never forget how he treated me and it meant the world to me. So many people kept coming up to Mikey and wanting pictures with her for Halloween. Like, of course, you're at an event, you're there to, you know, meet people and market, and that's what they're there for. So every time someone would come along, take a picture, I just kind of like back up and let them do their thing. But when Patrick wanted a picture with Mikey, I did my typical little back up, give him some space, and he was like, oh, no, get in the picture, get in the picture. And I was like, me? And he was like, yeah, come on. And that just meant so much to me because I felt like he really went out of his way to make me feel like I was included. And something that small just stuck with me, and I'll always remember that, and I'll always remember that he just made me feel like I belonged. And I don't know, I've always just thought such good things about him. And I actually just met Nikki Tutorials last week, actually. She came over. She was in the United States to film with Lady Gaga, and she actually ended up collabing with Mikey, and she came to our apartment and I literally was dying. I was so nervous. I remember getting up and I did like a full glam. Like I was like, I have to be full glam to meet her. Oh my God, I was so intimidated. You have no idea. She is like the queen of makeup to me, like literally the queen. I've looked up to her for so long. Meeting her blew my expectations out of the water because not only is she sweet and not only is she talented and not only is she like super down to earth and chill and cool, but she is fucking hilarious. She is so funny. I was cracking up the whole entire time that she was there, and I just really appreciated meeting her, and it was just like a really cool experience. And I'm sure that every single person has heard of her before, but if for some off chance you have never heard of Nikki Tutorials, please go subscribe to her channel because she is hilarious and she's so talented. And please go subscribe to Patrick Star because he is also hilarious, so talented, so funny. The both of them are just like, to me, they're the best. I feel really lucky and blessed to have met those two. What do you do to keep your teeth so white? First of all, my teeth are fake AF. I have veneers. I have 8 veneers on the tops. Hey, I know Dad's home. It's so exciting. Wait, you guys gotta be quiet. I'm wrapping it up, okay? I have 8 veneers on the top of my teeth. And funny story, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's like actually one of my biggest insecurities. But if I go like this, you can see that this tooth is like way higher than the rest of them. If I lift up my gums, you can see that this side is like all kind of, you know, like nice and even. And then if I lift up this side, this tooth is like very raised, kind of still protruding out. So when I was in 11th grade, I am, what, 16, 17 years old at that point. This tooth was still a baby tooth and I lost it when I was in 11th grade. And it grew back in and had no room. So it grew out very protruded, it didn't grow down all the way, and my parents didn't have much money growing up and none of us had braces. So when I was 18 and I finally made Did you get McDonald's?
Hey, I should go back. Got blank.
Okay, like, don't mess up my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Guys, I need you to bring it back in, okay? Reel it on in. Quiet on set. Dad's rude. Comes home, interrupts the video. No McDonald's. We just talked about this 10 minutes ago. I'm eating dog hair. When I say that we didn't have much money growing up, I just mean that we didn't have, you know, an abundance of money. I definitely needed braces when I was younger, and my family wasn't able to afford them. So when I was cocktail serving and when I made enough money to be able to afford to fix my teeth, I had the option of getting veneers. My teeth are very white, but I will say that I don't think that they look very natural, and I wish that they were a little less chiclet-esque, but maybe in the future I will be able to get them done again. What is the most disgusting habit that you'll admit to having? And I mean disgusting as in eating toenails type of stuff. Well, that is actually going to be the last question that I answer, because I hope you stay tuned, because I will be doing a whole entire video all about the disgusting things that I do in my life, and it is called Am I the Only One? What was that? Are you pooping?
Just brush my teeth.
You're brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
What was that noise?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're pooping. Oh my god, you couldn't even shut the door? I'm done. I'm single. For those of you that wondered that if I was single, I'm single. Actually, no. No, I'm single. I will leave you on that note. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, get my McDonald's. Thank you.
Take a ride.
Alright, I'll go. I just need you to do one thing, okay? Just like one little cameo, a little goodbye.
It's just not my time.
Come on.
Everything needs to be washed, babe.
Yeah, your attitude needs to be washed. Say goodbye. Oh, my legs. Oh, they hurt. I can't sit with my legs. Alright, I'm drunk. Let's go to McDonald's.